Welcome back, Digital Guardians. We talk a lot about the internet being our digital home, right? Well, today we're going to explore just how incredibly massive that home actually is. I mean, we're talking about a constantly expanding digital universe. It's packed with billions of people, billions of connected devices, and literally an unimaginable amount of information flowing every single second of the day. It's vast, it's super complex, and you are right in the middle of it. Picture yourself for a second. What actually happens every time you step inside this massive, crowded digital landscape? When you open up your browser, load up that new game, or just endlessly scroll through your feed, you're not just a passive observer. No way. You are interacting with a living, breathing ecosystem. And every single step you take in this universe, it leaves something behind. Okay, let's jump right into section 1. Footprints and shadows, leaving a digital trail. To really get a grip on our place in this digital landscape, we've got to look at the two main ways we leave pieces of ourselves behind online. Let's start with the digital footprint. Simply put, this is the permanent trail left by your intentional online actions. Every single time you consciously interact, posting a photo, reviewing a restaurant, or even just hitting like on a comment, you're building this track. You are the active architect of this footprint. But here's where things get a little mysterious. Enter the data shadow. This is all the personal information collected about you online, and get this, it's often collected without your consent or even your knowledge. So while you're totally focused on building your footprint, there are these invisible trackers, cookies, and background scripts just quietly walking right behind you. They're logging thousands of tiny details you didn't even realize you dropped. It's completely silent, and it is always, always growing. The whole difference really boils down to intention. On one hand, we've got our active choices, right? That visible footprint we choose to build when we post a life update or send a text message. But on the other hand, the hidden data shadow is built through passive, behind-the-scenes harvesting. It's that location tracking running completely silently in the background of your map app. It's the invisible gathering of your specific device info and operating system while you're just sitting there reading an article. You're making the choices for your footprint, sure. But the systems, they're making the choices for your shadow. And your shadow? It is made of a staggering volume of data. We are talking your name, your exact GPS location, your weird search history, your purchase history, the whole shebang. And these aren't just isolated data points floating around. When platforms combine where you sleep with what you buy and, say, what you search for at 2 a.m., they build this highly specific profile. A profile that honestly might know your daily habits and vulnerabilities even better than you do. It's an overwhelming amount of personal detail, completely meticulously cataloged while you just go about your day. So let me ask you this directly. What kind of information do you think your favorite game or app collects about you? Take a second. Seriously, really think about it. Does that mobile game actually need to know your exact GPS location just to function? Does that trendy photo filter app really need access to your entire search history? Probably not. This is exactly where we have to critically reflect on our own personal digital habits and really look at what we're quietly trading away just for a bit of convenience. Which brings us to section 2. The stakes of your data. Who wants your shadow? Let's peel back the final layer of the onion here, because all this gathered data doesn't just sit idle on some server gathering digital dust. Far from it. Data brokers are constantly buying and selling your shadow for profit. They literally treat your details like a commodity, bundling it up and auctioning it off to advertisers. And meanwhile, criminals are actively looking to exploit those exact same details for highly targeted phishing scams and cyber attacks. So you see, online privacy isn't just about hiding who you are. It's an absolutely vital security measure against malicious actors. Let's move to section 3, becoming a digital guardian, taking the power back. Taking control starts with 2 fundamental rules of engagements. First up, think before you post. You've got to evaluate if a piece of information bridges the gap between your public footprint and your private shadow. And second, assume permanence. Understanding exactly how your data is tracked by background processes and third parties, that is the very first crucial step to starving those invisible systems of your data. By maintaining this kind of situational awareness, you're preparing yourself for our next explainer, where we are going to dive into exactly how to lock down your online doors with some super strong advanced technical protections. I'll leave you with this. Once something is online, it's often there forever. Let the absolute gravity of that digital permanence really sink in. Your expanding digital universe offers some absolutely incredible opportunities, but it requires relentless situational awareness and critical thinking. So ask yourself today, what did your data shadow learn about you just while you were watching this explainer? Stay vigilant, digital guardians.